Hi guys, how are you? I hope you're well. Today we will continue, guys, with the first unit, which is fun on the weekend. Okay. The second lesson, which is grammar in action. Okay. So on this lesson, guys, we need to learn the following skills. The first one is to decide the past form of verbs. Number 2 is to talk about the weekends using past simple tense. Number 3 and the last one is to write verbs in the past simple correctly, okay? So please watch this video and try to guess what it's talking about, okay?
I practiced. You practiced. He practiced. She practiced. We practiced. You practiced. They practiced. Now let's practice. 1. Practiced, practiced.
I practiced my English.
2. Watched, watched.
You watched a DVD.
3. Cooked, cooked.
She cooked breakfast.
4. Kicked, kicked.
He kicked a ball.
5. Cleaned, cleaned.
They cleaned the house.
6. Stayed, stayed.
We stayed at home.
7. Played, played.
You played outside.
8. Studied, studied.
You studied a little.
First, let's practice the verb ending sounds. For ed, say t.
Practice. Practiced. Watch. Watched. Cook. Cooked. Kick. Kicked.
Now, for ed, say d.
Clean. Cleaned. Stay. Stayed. Play. Played. Study. Studied.
Now, you try it in pairs. One partner say the verb, the other partner say the past tense form. Then change, like this.
Watch. Watched. Play. Played.
Now change.
Practice. Practiced. Clean. Cleaned.
Okay, now it's your turn.
Verb Game 1. Practice.
Let's play. Listen carefully to the sentences and circle the past tense verbs. I practiced on the trampoline. He kicked a ball. You played outside. You watched a DVD. We stayed at school. She cooked breakfast.
Done.
Okay, tell me your answers.
Practiced. Kicked. Played. Watched. Stayed. Cooked.
Yes, that's right. Well done. Now, let's play for real. Okay, did you write 8 verbs and 1 star in the squares in a different order? Now, listen carefully to the sentences and circle the verbs. Are you ready? They cleaned the car. You played outside. You watched a DVD. She cooked breakfast. We stayed at school. You studied a little. He practiced his English. I kicked a ball. Did you get them all? Fantastic! Now, let's play again.
Okay, guys, let's continue with the second lesson in Unit 1. So, guys, I want you to focus here. Number 1, we need to learn the subject pronouns, which are there I, you, he or she, we, you, and the last one is they. We need to learn the meaning of such of these pronouns. I معناها أنا, you معناها أنت أو أنتم, he هو, she هي, we نحن, you أنت أو أنتم, as I mentioned before. And the last one is they معناهم. So we need to learn the meaning of such of these pronouns, okay? So also I want you to focus on the past form of the verb practice, which is practiced. I practiced, you practiced, he or she practiced, we practiced, you practiced, they practiced, okay? And number 2, guys, we need to learn the meaning of such of these verbs, which are there in the past form, which are there practiced, watched, cooked, kicked, cleaned, stayed, played, and studied. Okay, so there are 8 sentences about them. Also, we need to learn them and to know the meaning of such of these sentences. The first one, which is I practiced my English. I practiced my English. You watched a DVD. She cooked breakfast. He kicked a ball. They cleaned the house. We stayed at home. You played outside. Outside معناها بالخارج. The last one is you studied a little. A little يعني not much, okay? يعني شوية صغيرين يعني. Okay. So guys, all of these sentences are in the past form, okay? So we need to learn the present or the past form or the base form and the past form of it. For example, if we have a verb like what? Like practice. Okay? Practice. This is called the base form. If you wanna change it from the base form into the past form, so it ends with E, so we have just to add D. So it's gonna be practiced. Practiced. Okay, practiced. We need to learn such a thing, how to change the verb from the base form into the past form, okay? And number 3, guys, we need to learn how can we pronounce the syllable ed at the end of the verb, okay? So look here, guys, there are 2 forms of pronunciation, the syllable ed at the end of the verb. Indeed, there are 3 forms, okay? Not 2, but you have to learn these 2 forms, okay? If we have a verb and this verb ends with ed at the end, so there are 3 pronunciations for it. The first form is ed, okay? And the second one is t, and the third one is d, okay? Here you have to know the t sound and d sound, okay? If the verb ends with t or d, if you have a verb and this verb ends one of such of these letters, then we're gonna add ed at the end of the verb. So we're gonna pronounce it like ed. Look at these 2 examples. For example, if we have a verb like want, so this is in the base form, and we want to change it into the past form. So we're gonna say wanted. We're gonna say wanted. We added what? ed at the end of the verb, okay? So listen to the pronunciation, wanted, ed. So we pronounce ed here like ed, okay? Another example, which is need. need, okay? So we want to change it into the past form, so we're gonna add ed at the end of the verb. So if we want to pronounce it like that, we're gonna say needed, needed, it, okay, needed, okay? So what about the t sound? If the verb ends one of such these letters, guys, for example, p, k, f, sh, which is sh, ch, which is ch, ss, s, c, or x. If the verb ends with one of such these letters or sounds, we're gonna pronounce ed like t. For example, guys, look at this example. Watch, watch. It ends with what? Ends with ch. Look here. This is ch. So if we want to change it into the past, this is gonna be what? This is gonna be watch it. Watch it. We pronounce ed here like what? Excellent. Like t. Watch it. Okay. And these are 4 examples for it. Look here, guys. Practice. Practice. It ends with the c sound. Remember, we do not pronounce e at the end of the verb, at the end of the word. Okay, so the last sound here is s. Practice. Okay, look here. This is s sound. Okay, so we have to pronounce ed like t. So we're gonna say practiced, practiced. Watch, watch it, watch it. Cook, cooked. Kick, kicked. I'm sorry. Let's continue. Okay, guys. And if the verb ends with one of the following letters like L, N, R, V, G, S, Z, B, or M, one of such of these letters, we're gonna pronounce ed like what? We're gonna pronounce it like the, okay? Look at these examples, guys. These 4 examples. Clean. It ends with what? Ends with n sound. So we're gonna say it. We're gonna say cleaned, cleaned, okay? Don't say cleaned. This is gonna be wrong, okay? Stay, since with sounds, we're gonna say stayed. Play, played. Study, studied, okay? And so on, guys. So please try to know such this rule, okay? They're gonna be important. Let's move to the next page here. Number 4, verb game. Can you write and play the verb game and beat a partner? Here, guys, you have to listen to the sentences and say or circle to the verb that you listened to it. Okay, for example, if I said, I practiced on the trampoline, so I pronounced the verb, which is practiced. So we have to circle here. We have to put a circle here, okay? He stayed at home, for example. So we have to circle on stayed and so on, guys, okay? The most important thing that I want you to practice it, question number 2 at your workbook at page 73. So here write the sentences in the past form or in the past tense. So number 1 here, guys, I practice English every day. So we have to change this sentence from the present simple or from the present, so into the past form or the past tense. So we're gonna say what? Yesterday. Look here, guys, this is every day, and every day is a keyword for the present, but yesterday it's for the past. Yesterday, okay? So yesterday we're gonna say what? I practiced. So we're gonna change this verb practice into the past form. So we're gonna say I practiced. I practiced English and so on. I practiced English. So we have to omit this. Okay, we don't write it. Okay, yesterday I practiced English. So let's look to number 2. Sabah cooks a big breakfast every yes, a big breakfast every day. So we have to change it into the past. So we're gonna say yesterday Sabah. Okay, so we have to change the verb cooks into the past form. So it's gonna be cooked. We have to add ed. Sabah cooked a big breakfast. Okay, and also we have to omit this. Number 3, Fahd cakes a football every day. So we have to change this into kicked. We have to change the verb from cakes into kicked, which is going to be in the past. So it's going to be Fahd kicked football. So we have also to omit this. Number 4, and the last one, we stay at home every day. So we have to change it into the past by saying yesterday we stayed. So it's going to be stayed. Okay, we're going to be add ed at the end of the verb. We stayed at home. Okay, yesterday. That's it for today, guys. Thank you so much.